Totally, yeah. And it looks great, you know. Of everyone that we've seen so far over the weekend, Fraser's sitting the highest in the water that we've seen, obviously, and yet he's looking forward. Most of us think that, you know, we've maybe been taught that, you know, everyone should be looking down to try and keep your bum and legs up. If Fraser was to do that, his legs would actually pop up out of the water, and it would actually lower your efficiency in the water there. Yeah. So this left arm, that left arm here is, when you're not breathing to your right, is actually catching the water very, very nicely. Can everyone see that? Bending the elbow, nice catch, pressing the water back behind you there, sending yourself forward. Good catch on that right side. But as soon as we go to take a breath to the left arm ends up now pressing down, look. You get this big plume of bubbles coming off the hand.
Catch a lot of bubbles, isn't it? Yeah.
Catch a lot of bubbles. And it's actually giving you a lift at the front, okay, but it's also causing your legs to drop down at the back, and also scissor kick apart as well.
Yeah.
So the legs only scissor kick like this when you're taking the breath to that right hand side. So one of the best drills to actually get you doing, to actually combat this, and I was talking about this with Ali, and Ali, we didn't actually get time to do that with you yesterday, but I'll show you with Fraser here, is this unco drill. Yeah. Okay, so Fraser, this would be an excellent drill for you to practice on a regular basis. The whole idea being that when you do go to take that breath to the left-hand side, in this case, obviously for you, for the right, is to make sure that you are still engaging the catch there at the front end and not causing that arm to sort of press down very, very straight. So we call this unco. It's like single arm drill, but rotating and breathing to the non-stroking side. Do you do this drill at all?
If we ever to do single arm, then
that's how you do it.
If you want to do single arm, it's easy to just breathe inside that you're stroking with.
That's exactly right, yes. So this is obviously breathing away from it, hence the reason we call it unco drill.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's based primarily to make sure you're catching the water on that lead arm stroke. Okay, so that'd be good drill for you to practice on a regular basis. Just coming back to this then. Now you can see Fraser's got this sort of 2-beat crossover leg kick as well. So he's not having to kick quite so hard. It's saving the energy for the bike and run to put out some of those devastatingly fast bike splits that you're known for. Okay, now underneath the water here, look. Absolutely brilliant catch and pull through. Right hand side, bending the elbow, nice engagement of the chest and the lats there within the stroke. Now, despite your feeling that you actually swim quite flat, you can see there that you've got at least 45 degrees worth of rotation there in the stroke. Yeah. So you've got enough rotation within the stroke there, apart from when you're going to take a breath to the side. Yeah. Okay, and that's really where we actually need a little bit more so. So we can see here, look, classic thing. Left arm pressing out, pressing down, pulls out very, very wide indeed, and doesn't catch at all, No. So if you're breathing one in every 4 strokes, which is what you're doing here, 25% of your strokes are losing a little bit of that efficiency there. When you go to breathing every 2 strokes, then it's actually 1 in every 2, you know, it's 50% of your strokes are losing some efficiency there with your catch and pull. Now, generally speaking, we're really nitpicking here, because generally speaking, hopefully you can see it's really quite a nice stroke. You can imagine how well that would go in the open water. But you know, Fraser's here to try and obviously improve his stroke, etc. And that's one area that we could highlight. Okay, just pop those flippers on. Now I'm just going to show you how to teach this drill progression for this unco drill to get Fraser doing it properly, so he can make sure that when he's pulling through with that left arm, it's not going out quite so wide there. So Fraser, we're going to go down to the far end of the pool, simply left arm out, pulling through with your right arm, breathing to that right hand side. So it's just your standard single arm drill, breathing every single stroke. Yep. As you pull through, feel like you're actually pressing this hip out of the way. 25 on one side, 25 on the other. Okay, away you go. Now you see Fraser's actually breathing every 2 strokes. Personally, I prefer to get swimmers actually breathing every 1 stroke on this, just purely because it initiates a little bit more rotation within their stroke. Good. Fraser, coming back then on the other side, trying to breathe every single stroke, please. Every single stroke. Okay. That's it. Good. Well done, mate, good. Most people will be familiar with that style of single arm drill. Now, I want you to do exactly the same thing again. Going down with your right arm, coming back with your left arm. The other arm now is down by the side. So we're going to go like this. You're actually going to pull through and breathe to the same side that you're actually stroking with. The other shoulder and hip are actually just dipping down into the water whilst you're doing this. Yeah. This is not the unco drill, this is the next stage to build him up to that point. Okay, here we go. The thing with a single arm drill, as we just did it on that last one, is it lead arm out in front of you just does restrict a little bit of rotation within the stroke. Now if you think about it, this is not really addressing Fraser's issue. His issue is getting that catch with the left arm properly whilst he's breathing to the right hand side. So the natural progression now is to get him to do the unco drill, and we'll do it once without the paddles and then once with. Alrighty, what did that one feel like?
It's a lot easier with fins.
It is a lot easier with fins, yeah, absolutely. Now what we're going to do though is we're going to shake it up to this unco drill. So we're going to go down the lap, you're going to stroke with your left arm to start off with, breathing just to your right hand side. So it should look like this. It should be in, breathe. So it's breathe, breathe and dip. Breathe and dip. Very important that you dip this hip and shoulder into the water. Now to get your swimmers started on this drill, what I normally say is for them to do a couple of strokes with their head down without taking a breath. And then as they feel that left hand entering into the water, it's breathing now and dip and breathe and dip, just to get them started. So we go left arm down and then right arm back. Okay, here we go. We call it unco because there's that period in the stroke where a less advanced swimmer will think, oh my god, you know, what am I doing here? How do I actually get into that stroke and rhythm? Here we can see Fraser doing that very nicely. Now I'd actually like to see him rotating just a little bit more to actually drive the hip and shoulder back into the water. That's good. Now just going back, just try and drive that hip and shoulder out of the water a little bit more and then right the way back in. So it's quite a powerful action.
Yeah, slow it down a bit.
That's exactly right, yeah. Yeah, you can obviously do this drill without the fins on. It's a lot trickier. Fraser would probably spend more time just thinking about how much he's got to kick to keep him going. Okay, how was that on that side?
I think I was managing a little bit better, but...
Sure. It looks a little bit more snappy with the hips and rotation there. Now, we're going to take it one...
from the extension a bit more, doesn't it?
That's exactly right, yeah. Now we're going to take things one stage further. Yep. I'm going to give you a paddle, only in one hand. So, this is what we're going to do. Some of us tried this last night. We're going to go left arm into the water. We're going to breathe to that right hand side. Now Fraser, this is going to give you a more stable platform to make sure you're still getting that catching position to take a breath out to the side, as opposed to that arm wanting to go out really wide and not really getting that catch at that point. Okay, so left arm unco with that paddle on. We affectionately term this punco. Okay, here we go. Good. Good, how do you find that?
Yeah,
just gives you a little bit more. Perfect, yeah, okay. And swap over the hands then. Good, here we go. Whoa, okay. So what Fraser's actually thinking about at this stage in the stroke, he should be feeling like he's actually purchasing the water at the front end, not allowing that arm to simply drop. Remember some of the Arnies and some of the Bambinos that we've been looking at, that stage in their stroke, it's normally very, very weak and the arm drops down very easily. Okay, good. So, final time through then. I'm just going to show you how to put this into a sequence then. Fraser, you're going to pop it back on your left hand. We're going to go a lap, left arm unco down to the far end of the pool, turn around and swim freestyle all the way back. Only with the paddle on one hand.
And keep them bilateral?
No, what I want you to do is with the paddle on the left hand. So we're going to go down, left arm unco, only breathing to your right. We're going to flip at the far end and come back normal freestyle, but still only breathing to your right hand side, just to emphasize that catch whilst you're breathing to the right. We'll then do the same thing on the opposite side. So left arm down, come back, only breathing to your right. So again, this is just going to allow Fraser to really think about that catch at the front end of the stroke whilst he's taking a breath in. Now it feels quite strange just swimming with one paddle on, but again it's all to just centre his attention just on that one tiny little point in time when normally that left arm catch is not quite as good. How'd that feel?
Much stronger.
Much stronger, okay, yeah. Good. Now swap it over then on the right hand, so we're going to go right arm unco down, freestyle coming back, but this time only breathe into your left hand side. So this is your least favourite side to breathe to, okay. So again, all his attention right now is just purely on that point in time when he's breathing to the left. That catch there at the front end of the stroke. Good work, mate. That feel okay?
Yeah, but
not as good on that side.
No, it feels a lot more alien.
A lot more alien on that side, and obviously that's the side that you don't prefer to breathe to. So doing that little drill sequence over time will actually help you with your bilateral breathing and simply help you with that left-hand sided breathing as well. Exactly right. Now take the paddles off. We haven't quite finished with you yet. Lose the flippers as well. Okay, pop that underneath your cap, close to your ear. So all Fraser's going to do here is 80 strokes per minute. Fraser, it's a simple case of literally beep, 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 beep. Breathe however you want to right now. Just focus on one thing, and that being literally the rhythm of the beeper.
Why is it stopping?
Has it started again now? Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, over to you then, mate. 50 metres. Now again, he actually set, I don't know if you could see that, he set off actually too quick and realised that 80 strokes per minute for him is actually not that quick. He's settled into a good rhythm now, and this should sort of be the pace that he feels quite comfortable holding for a reasonable length of time. Totally, yeah. Okay, how'd that feel?
Is that only 80?
That was only 80, yeah. Was it quite quick, or?
Yeah.
It was a reasonable pace?
It was reasonable, yeah.
Okay, now let's drop it out onto the side. Okay, now we're going to take him up to 90. Now, one of your fellow, one of the guys you race against on a regular basis, Luke McKenzie, swam the Buston Half Ironman just recently with an average stroke rate of 94 strokes per minute over the 1.9k. So this is going to be Fraser doing 50 metres at 90 strokes per minute. Okay, give that a try, mate. Now, I don't know if you notice this, he's actually let his legs kick die off a little bit, and he's gone back to a 2-beat kick, which actually suits his style of stroke much more effectively. Good. How was that? Pretty quick?
Yeah, a little bit quick.
Okay, now let's just drop that out on the side then. Okay, and then finally 100. Now, just like we were talking about yesterday, every athlete has their right sweet spot basically with this stroke rate. For Fraser at the moment, it's probably going to be around about 84 strokes per minute, I would suggest. Yeah. We'll try it at 100 though and see what you make of it.
How do you determine it, Paul? How do you determine the stroke rate?
We do it. We basically do it on a bit of a ramp test. So with Ali yesterday, we did a test as she went along. Now, what you notice there, Fraser's actually immediately gone off. He's brought his leg kick back in. That's only going to be maintainable for a short period of time. If he was to go back to the 2-beat leg kick with 100 strokes per minute, he would find it much more achievable. It's going to be quite a fast time, I would suggest, here for this 50. How was that? Pretty quick?
Yeah, a little too quick.
Yeah, a little too quick. All right, cool. Now just drop it out then. And what we'll do is we'll just bring it back down to 84 and just get you to finish off with 100 metres at 84.
Okay. The 100 was slower as well.
Oh, was it?
That was
Slower on the time, was it? Okay. So what you're obviously looking for, we took Fraser up to a point which is probably, well, as he said, it's a bit too hard, but he actually swam slower with 100 strokes per minute than he did with 90 strokes per minute. So it's about finding that point. You can't keep going up and up and up. You will find that point will drop off at some point. All right, mate, just finish off with a quick 100 at 84 strokes per minute then. Might be more like 50. We'll see how we go. Now he set off there too quick, way too quick. He's actually, no, it should be on 84 there. He's actually in front of it at the moment. That's better now. Okay then guys, let's get off this gear off the side. Oh, thanks mate, yeah, that'd be great, thank you. Good work, Fraser, how was that? Did you set off a bit quick?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, okay, cool. So 84 strokes per minute for yourself is probably about where it wants to be. Like for when you're doing like your 100 metre or 200 metre intervals, working pretty solidly there. Ali, did you get the time on that one or? 108 there for that 100 metres, so that's moving pretty quickly. All right, nice work mate, let's jump out on the side then and get your bits and pieces together for you, thank you.